Our goal with transformational living is that it really would cause people to look at and do a great deep self-evaluation to saying, are we doing everything that God would intend us to do with what He's provided us? He's given us each unique abilities, talents, treasure, and are we doing that to maximize our kingdom impact? Because we know that if we are doing that in essence, we are storing treasures in heaven. And our goal is that people will be blessed having gone through that process. Transformational living is a holistic approach in taking a person through this process of kind of defining, why was I put here on this earth? What is God's purpose and plan for my life? And how am I using all that God has provided me, my resources, time, talent, and treasure, to further the work of the kingdom?
And so transformational living is a process of you refining your testimony and how you spend your time, how you spend your treasure, and how you spend your talent, how you use the talents that God has given you.
The origin of transformational living was the result of a meeting that we had with the leadership of Scottsdale Bible Church in Scottsdale, Arizona.
And Mission Increase, originally we were doing some work with them on the nonprofit side with some of the ministries that we support. And Jamie, our senior pastor, met with Dan and Dale and was talking about the fact that National Christian Foundation had told him that we have probably over 1,000 millionaires in our church, and the question was, what do we do with them?
And Dale and I looked at each other and said, we will create some. We didn't have anything at the time specifically for donors because our primary focus has been working with ministries, but we committed to do that, and it took about a year for us to come up with something, but all the while that question in the back of our minds of, do you have anything for us, was there.
That was really we took that as a homework assignment to say, what can we come up with? Because we didn't have anything at the time.
And he felt like there was something they needed to do, Mission Increase needed to do. I had a vision of what would we do with our financial leaders. And I think we needed to create something that allowed them to get connected and that allowed them to be connected to each other.
Yeah, I came in after that, and when I came to work in 21, Dan asked me if I was familiar with curriculum and if I had any experience in writing towards donors. And I said, sure. And so I put some things together, and he and Dale looked at it, and they said, continue to develop it out further. We did. It made its way back to Scottsdale Bible Church, and several months later, on May 7th, 2021, we did our first pilot.
The genesis of transformational living really came out of an interest that Randy Butler had with the History Channel series, The Men Who Built America.
And I was able to present the spiritual biographical sketches of the industrialists, Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, and Ford, and was able to share with them some of the research that I had found and some of the things that I had learned about the faith journeys of these 5 industrialists and how they had a kingdom assignment, a kingdom business plan, and how they honored the Lord with their lives.
But I think what makes transformational living different is it takes people through a much longer process of self-reflection, of Bible study, of group interaction, discussion over a longer period of time.
Now, this wealth that they have has become a burden, and transformational living helps them understand how to get back to that joy of deploying the resources that God gave them.
Transformational living breaks down the barriers for them to feel isolated, and as they grow in their faith and with this journey of transformational living, it really transforms them in a deeper sense of generosity and their heart attached to the church and to kingdom work. Transformational living continues to transform itself.
Most people have a strategic plan for their business. They probably have a plan for their investment portfolio. They might even have a personal life plan, but most people don't think about a kingdom business plan. And transformational living is a process that you'll go through to develop your kingdom business plan.